Hello everybody, my name's Nerdy Lover and welcome to another episode of the Football Betting Show here on YouTube. This episode focuses on the EFL Cup fixtures played across the 23rd and 24th of August. Quick disclaimer before we get into the video, due to time constraints, the script that I put together for this video, all of these statistics and information were taken and recorded before the weekend fixtures taking place on the 20th and 21st. So some of these records may have changed, they may have gotten stronger, or an unbeaten streak may have come to an end. But so please take that into consideration when you're taking a look at the bets in the middle of next week. Before we get on to the selections, a second disclaimer is that for those of you that are maybe unaware, the English League Cup is perhaps not considered the most prestigious of competitions. So a lot of the bigger teams will rotate their sides and play a slightly weaker team. So if you want to hold off on copying these bets before you see the lineups yourself, then that's probably the best way to do it. Upsets do happen at a greater frequency than they do in league fixtures. So that's why, despite the 40 or so EFL Cup games this week, we're only going to focus on 3 bets across 4 teams and selections. I think that's all the disclaimer I wanted to do, so let's jump into the first game, which sees Charlton take on Walsall. Yes, so Walsall host Charlton in our first featured match of today's episode, and Charlton will feel pretty confident. They've won each of the last 3 games against Walsall and unbeaten in the last 8 head-to-heads. You have to go back to April of 2011, where Walsall won in a relatively meaningless game against Charlton. Comparing the two teams' divisional records, Walsall currently sits 7th in League 2 with a record of 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. And Charlton, in a division above, are currently 6th in League 1 with an identical record of 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. Both teams have started well, but Charlton are in a higher division and do have the stronger squads. Namely, their danger man, Jayden Stockley, will look to get on the scoreboard and continue a solid league form that he's already having this season. He's scored in Charlton's first 3 games this season, and he's averaging 2 shots on target this year in League 1. Stockley also has a solid record at the League 1 level, scoring 20 goals in 38 outings last year. And no disrespect to Walsall, but they are a League 2 side for the Mo, so you'd expect Stockley to be able to find a little bit more space between defenders of a League 2 side than a League 1 side. I think Charlton are pretty good value at just about even money. Because it is a Carabao Cup, I will be limiting my stakes to £10 here. So we're going to put £10 on Charlton to win in our first bet. Our second bet this afternoon sees Bradford take on Blackburn. And for what it's worth, Blackburn have beaten Bradford in each of the games they played in that single League 1 season, dating back to 2017-2018. Not too sure how much stock we can put into this, but it's worth knowing, I suppose. Now, Bradford are off to a less than impressive start in League 2, winning a single game, drawing once and losing twice, whereas Blackburn sit top of the Championship at time of recording, with 3 wins, 0 draws, and unfortunately 1 loss. They've scored 6 goals in this time, and I think Blackburn will beat Bradford quite comfortably. There's not much of a deep analysis needed here. Blackburn are the away team, but they are 4-5. £10 in a single sounds good to me. We're going to wrap up today's episode with a double. That'll be our accumulator section for the video. And the first leg of this double will see Sheffield Wednesday host Rochdale. Wednesday are unbeaten in their last 4 games against Rochdale, and they win 83% of games played in all time. Similarly, when Sheffield Wednesday are 4-5, they're expected to only win 69% of the time. In fact, this win rate is 80%, so it strengthens the case to back Wednesday even more. Now, Sheffield Wednesday come into this game on good form, with 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss in League 1. Rochdale, on the other hand, are dead last in League 2, losing all 3 of their games and only scoring a single goal. For these 3 reasons, it's a pretty easy Sheffield Wednesday in our accumulator to make up the first leg. The second leg in our accumulator features former Premier League side Watford hosting MK Dons. Watford are about 1-2 here, and they'll be a good addition to Wednesday in our accumulator. Similarly, Watford have an unbeaten start in the Championship with 2 wins, 2 draws and 0 defeats, currently sitting third. MK Dons, on the other hand, have had a less than stellar start to their season in League One. They sit 21st in the table with 1 win, 0 draws and 3 losses. Now, even Watford's backup team should be able to get a result here. They have quite a lot of strength in depth despite selling Dennis to Nottingham Forest. We're going to add Watford into the accumulator here today. By adding these teams together, our double comes at roughly just better than even money, not quite 6-5. So, in keeping with our disclaimer about the League Cup not always being the strongest, we're only going to go for £10 here. And that'll make our third and final bet of today's show. So I'm going to jump across to the spreadsheet and quickly recap. And here we are. So we have 3 bets highlighted for our Carabao Cup show. Walsall take on Charlton. We're going to be backing Charlton at about 13/10 or 2.28 on the exchange. £10 to return, £12.80. In game 2, we're looking at Bradford versus Blackburn. We want Blackburn to take the win away from home. £10 to win, £8.30. And our double is Sheffield Wednesday and Watford. Odds of about 1.1, £10 to return, 11. So in totality on the Tuesday night, we will be risking £30 in order to try to pick up £32.10. If you've made it to this point in the video, please drop a like down below. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Nerdy Lover, and as always, have yourself a lovely day.